I just want to say that it's very important that we be around these type of situations and we try to compile as much information as we possibly can. By my not being here, I couldn't have much to add. But nonetheless, I think I should share with you how important it is that you have to keep a watchful eye on your neighborhood, you have to keep a watchful eye on your children, and you have to keep a watchful eye on the police department. When you see somebody being brutalized by the police, don't just walk away like that's police business. That's your business, because each and every citizen has the right to due process, and it's not all about slapping somebody up inside the head and arresting them. Sometimes it's better just talking about it. So my daughter was here. She can inform you. Her aunt is here, Rose, my sister. She's here. So there's some other people around that was here. So let them tell you, and I'll just sit on the sideline.
I'm going to apologize because I'm not feeling very well, and but I'm going to let Tanya's mother speak first, because we were, my family yesterday was attending a fashion show for breast cancer awareness. Tanya works at Heston under my supervision, and my staff put together a fashion show to promote breast cancer awareness, and Tanya spearheaded that fashion show. So we were leaving, and we were gathered here because my niece's birthday was yesterday, and we were attempting to have cake and ice cream when all of this happened. Tanya's mother was here from the very beginning to the end. I was here from maybe the middle to the end, so I'm going to allow her to speak first if you guys, you know, let her hear. Thank you.
Hi. My name is Rose Bomber. I'm Tanya Yates' mother. I'm Tanya Yates' mother.
Louder.
I'm sorry. I'm Tanya Yates' mother. The situation that happened yesterday, I was in an accident yesterday, so I was at Lincoln Hospital. When I came home from the hospital, I had just gotten into my house, and I was sitting at my table and had my dinner. Someone knocked on the door and says, "There's a bunch of cops running in your dad's house." My dad, Paul Byron, lives at 1519, and I live at 1512. So I just left my plate there, and I ran out, and I came over here. I approached the porch of my dad's house. Two officers came up behind me, and I asked them, "Officers, what's going on?" "Get the F out the way." He says to me, "We are going in here." I said, "Do you have a warrant?" "We don't have a warrant. Get the F out the way. We're coming in." At this time, one of the officers, I had the names and the badge number, grabbed me by my arm. I said, "Officer, I just got out the hospital. I was in a car accident. I have never even taken off my band yet." I says, "This is my dad's house, and I see a bunch of cops storming in here. I want to see what's going on with my dad. He's 80 years old. He had a quadruple bypass." My granddad, you know, my children's grandfather. That's my father. Anybody's going to run into their father to see what's going on. This is a family block. My whole family lives on this block. So they pushed me out the way. The officer grabbed my hand. My finger is swollen. It's from his apprehending me. He put my hands behind my back. He says, "You're going to F to jail. I'm locking you up." I said, "Locking me up for what? For asking you what's going on in here?" At this time, they pushed me against the railing. My fiance came over here to ask the officer what's going on. They pushed him on the railing. They broke in the house. They went in the house. At this time, my dad, my daughter Tanya, and my son Jamal, and my cousin Tony was sitting on the couch. When they got in the house, they said to my dad, they was running all upstairs. My dad said, "What are you guys doing here?" "We're looking around. It was a shooting in the neighborhood, and a person ran in here. Somebody in a red shirt." I'm saying, "Officer, red shirt? Everybody out here have on pink shirts. They all just came from a fashion show at Heston School. They all had pink bands on, and everyone had on pink shirts. Everyone out here had on pink." And it was so much commotion going on. It was like something in a movie. I've never, ever in my life of 52 years ever seen anything like this. I hear about it. I read about it, but to actually see it, I wasn't around when they did it to my nephew, Askia. But when they did my daughter, and it was terrible, being a mother, I know you guys are parents, have children, to come into your father's house. I'm all messed up. To see my daughter sit in a chair with a male officer over top of her body just punching and punching and punching and punching. Being a mother, I didn't know what to do. I just freaked out. I didn't know. And I said, the first thing I said, "Why are y'all hitting my daughter like this? What is going on? Somebody give me a camera, a phone. Let me take a picture of what's going on." This is what I'm saying. This because I didn't even have a phone or a camera. And then I'm saying this to everyone. At this time, my son is on the couch. An officer's holding my son Jamal. He's 17 years old. I goes over there, I say, he's a kid, what are you doing to him? You're gripping my son up. My son looks over at the male officer, he says, officer, that's a female. Why are you sitting here letting another male hit on a female like this? This is what my 17-year-old son said to the officer that was holding him, to the officer that was whooping my daughter. The officer looks over at my daughter, went back to my son Jamal and continued to hold him while they beating and beating and beating, and the lady officer kicking and punching. She leans on her knees on the side of Tanya and the other one in the front of Tanya, and she takes the sticks and hit it on my dad's table. Then she started beating it on her leg and beating it on her leg. Bitch, turn up, excuse me children, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Turn around, turn around. Why are you telling her to turn around? What do you want her to turn around, so you can hit her in the face more? You want in front of her face? Turn around. That's all she kept saying. They were beating and they were beating. And I have not been to sleep since this happened. I'm a mother. To see something like that in here with my daughter, I was devastated. I am so devastated. Everybody said, Rose, go back to the hospital. My finger's swollen. You know what I told them? When my daughter comes home, she eats a hot meal, get a hot bath, and get attendance, I'll go to the hospital. Because that's what a mother do. I'm not eating, I'm not sleeping, and I'm not going to the hospital until my daughter is home. And that's the bottom line.
Where's your daughter now?
My daughter is right now at the police station at Avon Race. She was at Misericordia Hospital for almost, actually she didn't get back to 55th and Pine till this morning. She was there all night long. We've been calling and calling, everybody give us no information. I didn't know, I don't even know the injuries. I don't even know her injuries. Now she did call my dad tonight. Because, you know, I'm the same, I forget. We all have cell phones, and we don't have the number in the phone. We don't remember the number. I have her cell phone because her pocketbook and shoes and everything was left in the chair where she was sitting at. That's how they took her out of here. So she didn't have nobody's number, but she remembered my dad, so she called my dad. She says, Dad, I'm okay. She says, my knee is swollen. She said, I got hickeys all over my head. My stomach is so messed up from them kicking me and kicking me and kicking me in my stomach. But she says, Dad, you know what she said? Dad, they call my dad, Dad. How's Soraya? Did she go to school today? That's what my daughter said. She's all messed up. She thought about her daughter. Dad, tell Soraya I love her and I'm okay. That's what she said. So, I know. I'm just, I know.